Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Arif Najmi bin Zulkifli 2190141.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Akmal Hakim bin Alias. My metric number is 2109118.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Khairil bin Nurisan Helmi. My metric number is 2190093.
Hello ma'am, I'm 2190762 Surya Prakash Simatito Simani.
Today I want to talk about a movie that's wrong. I want to use Fishbone to list down some problem from this movie. The title that I use for the Fishbone is challenging to completing the mission. The first subtopic is people. The first point from the subtopic is trusted each other. The 12 soldiers led by the Captain Hassan have to cooperate with the local army who was led by the General Dustom. So, to make sure the mission is success, they have to cooperate each other because they have to know the local area and the language they use. From the start, they have problem to communicate each other because they don't know English. Luckily, the Captain Hassan know to speak Russian, and the leader and their leader also know the Russian. For to get it granted, Captain Hassan give them a vodka as a present. Secondly, the second subtopic is environment. The shape of the Earth's surface is very challenging. They have no car or the 4x4 can go to the enemy base because of the mountain. They have a lot of mountain and so they have to ride a horse to go the enemy base. The Captain Hassan give to solve the problem. He give an order to separate 6 of them to go first to the enemy base and give them the coordinate and to bomb the enemy surface to enemy base.
So today in this video, I'm going to talk about problem identification and solution in the movie 12 Strong that I have watched yesterday. Okay, the first problem identification is the number of troops and weapons used by the Taliban during that time was very good, while the force sent by American state were only a few people led by Nelson. So basically they are outgunned and outnumbered. Also, Nelson and his force have to face overwhelming odds in a fight against a ruthless enemy that take no prisoners. In that case, they must survive to complete the mission and gain trust of Uzbek warlord General Dostum so that they could get a help before the winter freeze comes in 3 weeks. The solution that come out is Captain Mitch Nelson managed to gain trust of General Dostum after General Dostum see Nelson's honesty and perseverance in handling the mission to capture the Taliban army chief Mullah Razan. Together with Dostum and his men, the captain and his troops managed to capture the Afghan city of Mazar-e-Sharif, a stronghold of the Taliban. The leadership strategies used in executing the mission is Captain Mitch Nelson is a leader who is diligent in completing missions and responsibilities. So General Dostum see his effort and because of that, the general trusts him.
So today I'm going to present my findings on the problem identifications, solutions and leadership strategies used in the missions. So first of all, when Captain Mitch and his men launched an air assault to the Taliban, they didn't realize about Taliban supply line, which caused them a lot of casualties and forced them to retreat. So Captain Mitch and General Dostum draft out an assault plan to cut the supply line that is coming out from Tengi Gap. Here we can see how Captain Mitch works side by side with General Dostum despite the differences in order to tackle the challenges posed by the Taliban. This plan was led and executed perfectly by Diller and his men that helped Alpha Cell 1 to fight against Taliban when they successfully destroyed the weapon cache. In the other part of the movie, the last fight against Mullah Razan and his men, Captain Mitch and General Dustam's men were hit hard using BM-21, a ground-to-air missile. They had no way of going against this destructive weapon head-on as they were outnumbered. But with Captain Mitch's quick and decisive thinking, he managed to figure out that there was a time gap of 2 minutes between firing and reloading of the BM-21. He sees this as a loophole and the only chance of stopping the weapon from firing more rounds and causing more damage and casualties. This scene clearly shows how Captain Mitch handled the situation calmly, and with his strategic thinking, he managed to figure out a way to stop the BM-21 despite the guns blazing and the bullets flying. That's all from me, thank you.
Thank you, my friend. Now I will continue the next problem identification and solution and leadership strategy used in the mission based on the 12 Strong movie. In the early scene of the movie, when Captain Mitch Nelson was interviewed and debriefed by Colonel Mohaden and Lieutenant Colonel Bowes about the mission, he managed to convince both his superior even though he was zero experience in war. He even explained that no one has ever faced this kind of situation, and people with experience in war doesn't necessarily win the war. This situation shows how Captain Mitch used his vast knowledge in combat successfully convinced his superior to send his team as the first squad to fight against the Taliban. The next problem, with carefully laid out plan, Captain Mitch and General Dustam lead their men right into the battlefield for one final showdown, armed with only rifles and riding at the back of horses. In the midst of guns blazing and flying bullets, Captain Mitch and General Dustam decide to divide and conquer, where Captain Mitch and his friend furiously trying to stop and take over the BM-21 during the two-man escape, and General Dustam went after Mullah Razan, who is trying to flee. However, Dustam managed to catch up and stop Mullah Razan. Captain Mitch also successfully stopped and take control of BM-21. That's all from us. Thank you, man. Hope you enjoyed our explanation in this video. Thank you.